All right, we're moving on now to some other stories coming in from the courtrooms this time. The Supreme Court is currently hearing the plea filed by Meenakshi Natarajan challenging the cancellation of her Rajya Sabha nomination. During the hearing, Justice PK Mishra posed a tough question to the petitioner's side and asked, and I'm quoting here, "Show us one judgment where the returning officer rejected the candidature by not accepting the papers, and we shall set aside that order and accept the nomination. Have we ever intervened? Tell us." So now this two-judge bench is closely examining whether the apex court has any precedent of intervening in such a nomination rejection cases and directing acceptance of candidature. So we obviously know that this is an issue that is being raised, and a lot of political controversy as well which is going on. There is currently protest also going on in the national capital regarding the rejection of the candidature of Meenakshi Natarajan. It's already a case that is being heard in the apex court, and this two-judge bench is actually posing very tough questions to the petitioner's side, asking if they have ever intervened in such questions of rejection of candidature, and if they can in fact move an order and accept the nomination. So this is a very pertinent question that is being raised by the bench over there, which is currently hearing the plea filed by Meenakshi Natarajan. Remember that this case is already gaining a lot of controversy. We already know that currently protests are going on. We are getting those visuals on our screens for you, and this is something obviously that is garnering a lot of attention. Now the Supreme Court currently is hearing this case over there, and the Congress is protesting in Delhi with the over the Election Commission actually rejecting Meenakshi Natarajan's Rajya Sabha nomination. Let me go across to some more information that is flowing our way. Breaking news coming in from the Supreme Court, where the apex court is currently passing an order in the Meenakshi Natarajan case. The bench is dictating its directions, with crucial observations being made during the proceedings. The order is expected to clarify the court's position on key issues raised in the matter. All eyes now on the apex court as the proceedings in fact continue. So now we are getting to know that the court is finalizing an order, it's giving out its directions, and it is in fact very crucial to note that all these observations that will be made by this bench will clarify the court's position on key issues that have been in fact raised in this matter. Remember that the visuals that we are running in front of our screens is the Congress workers protesting outside the party headquarters, as well as other places in the national capital, and they were trying to march towards the Rashtrapati Bhavan to request a meeting with the President Draupadi Murmu and also raise concerns about this issue. Now remember that authorities have deployed heavy police presence and also established barricades outside the Congress headquarters to maintain order. In fact, the All India Congress Committee has organized this massive Satyagrah protest at Jantar Mantar in Delhi as well, and the demonstration is directed at the Election Commission of India regarding the rejection of party leader Meenakshi Natarajan's Rajya Sabha nomination from Madhya Pradesh. Let me go across to my colleague Anand Singh, who joins us on the broadcast. Anand, if you can take us through the details of this protest that the Congress party workers are currently holding.
Yes, Shivani, look, the way in which the nomination papers of Meenakshi Natarajan, one of the senior Congress leader and is considered very close to Rahul Gandhi, was rejected by the returning officer there in Madhya Pradesh. Gopal took the Congress party MLAs from Madhya Pradesh. They first addressed a detailed press conference at the AICC headquarters at Akbar Road, and then they decided to march towards Rashtrapati Bhavan as they had sought time to appointment with the President of India. However, they did not get an appointment, the mail that was shared with them of rejecting appointment was at 10:27 a.m. today. And following the rejection of the appointment, the Congress MLAs from Madhya Pradesh, they all started march towards Rashtrapati Bhavan from the AICC headquarters. However, the entire AICC headquarters was barricaded by the Delhi police, and when the MLAs they tried to climb the barricade, they were soon detained by Delhi police, and all the MLAs who were present there in the protest, they were taken into the detention by the Delhi police, and they have been taken to a police station as there was no permission to them to hold a march from AICC headquarters till Rashtrapati Bhavan. Back to you.
Anand, I'll request you to please stay on with us. Like you mentioned, we have breaking inputs that all 61 Congress MLAs have now been detained by the police after they attempted to march towards the Rashtrapati Bhavan from the AICC headquarters. The march was part of a Congress protest with party leaders and legislators seeking to take their demands directly to the president. The police intervened during the march and detained all 61 MLAs before they could reach the Rashtrapati Bhavan. So Anand, now we are learning of some detentions as well. If you can take us through those details.
Yes, Shivani, all the 61 MLAs and several of the other senior Congress leaders from Madhya Pradesh, they all were present along with the Delhi Congress chief Devendra Yadav, who were leading the protest. That also included Madhya Pradesh Congress in charge Harish Chaudhary, Madhya Pradesh State Unit Chief of the Congress Party Jitu Patwari, the leader of opposition in the State Assembly Umang Singhar, and many other senior leaders from the state, including the 61 MLAs. And when they tried to march towards the Rashtrapati Bhavan, as there was no permission from the Delhi police side, they were detained outside the AICC headquarters main entrance gate when they jumped and climbed the barricades that were put on by the Delhi police, who had made adequate arrangements over here, as they were not having any kind of permission from the Delhi police to carry out a march from the party headquarters to Rashtrapati Bhavan. Thus the police had made arrangement over there, and they had brought up enough security personnel with them that in case these MLAs, the Congress leaders, tried to march from AICC headquarters, they should be detained. And this is what Delhi police did. Once the Congress MLAs and senior leaders of Madhya Pradesh started climbing and jumping the barricades, they were soon detained by Delhi police and they were taken to a police station over here. Back to you.
Right, Anand. Then I want to also understand what's the next step for the Congress now that the case is already being heard by the Supreme Court. It's already taking its own legal recourse. Now I want to understand what's next for the Congress party workers who are staging these protests. They are getting detained. What's the next step?
Yeah, Siva, look, the way in which the Congress party first addressed a press conference in which they very categorically mentioned that how the democracy was being murdered by the Election Commission of India, as the nomination of Meenakshi Natarajan was rejected on a ground on the fact that the way in which there was no FIR registered and she has only received a notice from the court, and there was no column in the Form 26 of the Election Commission to mention about the notice being received from a court. Thus, they didn't mention that, and they have even given a fresh updated nomination form at 4 p.m. on the last day of nomination. But despite ignoring all the rules, the BJP-led government, they pressurized. This is what the Congress leaders alleged during the press conference, that they pressurized the RO to reject the nomination papers, as the BJP feared the unity of the Congress MLAs, as they were not going to do cross-voting in Madhya Pradesh. And despite the BJP needing extra 8 votes, they decided to get this seat story done in Madhya Pradesh after the vote story. So this is a big charge that the Congress party is putting on the BJP and the Election Commission of India, and they have said that when all institutions are being captured by the BJP, this is what the Congress party alleged today in the press conference. Thus, they have only one way left to hit the street and protest among the public, that how if any of the citizens want to contest elections in their.
All right. Thank you so much, Anand, for all those details. Well, viewers,